like you did today?
Well, I think it is important. You know, we didn't know we got in so late last night with the weather delays, and I don't know when we're going to get back home, but I told our guys before, if you're ready to play, you're ready to play, regardless of when you get here the day of or not. But on the road to come out and be good defensively, and then, you know, we missed some bunnies early. We got some point-blank ones we missed, but our defense made them earn, and eventually things started loosening up. So I liked how we started. So I guess to specifically answer your question, it's always important to get off to a good start, but certainly on the road where the crowd, maybe it pushes them back a little bit early.
Josh. Tony, Mamadi hit 6 points in the first couple minutes today. He's often gotten off to pretty hot starts. Are you guys looking for him early in the game to get things going?
Well, if it's there, yes. I thought Mamadi was a key in this game. When they cut it to 12, we were having a little trouble. Mooney stepped out and hit a couple threes. We weren't getting back. We were just a little, it was a poor stretch defensively for us. I reinserted Mamadi back in, and his quickness, I thought, defensively allowed us to guard Mooney at the three-point line, and then also he used his quickness and he blocked some shots, hit the three and did some things there. But I thought that was really a key for us to reestablish what we needed to do because there was a shaky stretch defensively.
Okay, Brian.
Tony, offensively, in all your years in Virginia, is this as many options as you've had to score? Not guys that can score, but ways to score too?
Perhaps. You know, Notre Dame is right now, I mean, they're without, you know, Rex with Carmody, the young man from the transfer from UConn. They're missing some guys, so their youth shows. They're down 3 guys to play, and I think that affects them. And, you know, it's just hard for young guys to understand defensively how you got to stay in there. That being said, that's a compliment to our guys because I do think it's a versatile team. You know, I've said this, I get asked this. You know, we had Anthony Gill on the interior and Mike Tobey. We maybe could score in the post a little more with some of those other teams. Malcolm and Joe, all those guys. But this team is smart and skilled, can stretch it from 3. DeAndre gives you that versatility that's unique. So I think it's who's to say if it's the most, but it's definitely one of the best or most versatile ways to score. And we're trying to do some things to represent that. You know, Jay Huff can stretch it. I don't even know if he had checked in before he got that shot off, but he got it off quick when he came in, and he's done that for us. But there's just some different threats. You saw Kihei Clark with his quickness get outside and get to the lane. So all those things are, okay, I can't just load up on Ty, Kyle, and DeAndre. Some of those things help. So it'd be up there. But to answer that exactly, I don't want to get those other guys mad at me. So.
Doug and then Jeff.
I'm not real familiar with the plus-minus statistics over a long period of time, but do you talk about Ty's line, plus 29, 9 defensive rebounds?
Yeah, he teased me. He's like, Coach, why'd you take me out? I could have gotten a double-double. And I said, why'd you get in foul trouble? You could have gotten a double-double. So there, he had to sit out with that. But no, that's
29.
What plus? Yeah, I mean, plus yeah. No, I mean that's obviously good. I'm probably like you. I look at some stats and those are important to an extent. But and actually Kyle's had some big rebounding games too. So when our guards rebound, I think when teams shoot a lot of threes, and I don't know how many Notre Dame shot today. Well, they shot about their average. If that says 29, they shoot almost 50% of their shots from 3. Your guards are going to probably get some more rebounds because they spread the floor so much, and the guards can just come back and get some of those or get the long rebounds. But Ty was efficient. He made some nice passes. How many assists did he have? He said 6 assists. So just, no turnovers, and only 2 turnovers. That 2 turnovers to 12 assists, that's good. And I think we talked about those are the things you have to establish, especially on the road.
Okay, Jeff.
I think when Mamadi was younger in the program and he blocked a shot, he would often try to send it into the 5th row. It seemed like today not only did he block it, it looked like he was trying to keep it in play, and he did. Is that something you talk to him about?
I never did that as a player, so I'm not to say I taught him that. No, but no, I think he worked it. Who was the great NBA player who would do that? There was one that would always block to himself. Huh? Yeah, there's some, but that is a special. It's a plug for the Boston Celtic fan here. It is a special skill to get it and keep it in play. And Mamadi was real quick off the floor, and he helped. And again, he's lively, and that just adds another dimension to your defense when you can rim protect, and sometimes we don't have to trap the post. And Jack can bang one-on-one with his physicality. Those things are dynamics to your defense that make a difference.
How
Yeah, I'm so proud of Kyle. He was, you know, I told, I think it was maybe Jimmy, our radio interview, I said all those people have watched him since he's been, you know, a grade school, junior high player, high school, college, and they watched him do what he did today, shoot that ball. A beautiful stroke, quick release. He's such a great ambassador for our program, and I love it when a guy can come home and there's a lot of people, family and friends to watch him. He can play well, we can get a win. The only thing I could ask for is probably about 40 degrees temperature, and otherwise it'd be perfect. But otherwise, couldn't go much better. And again, he's been really good this year, and I didn't need to say anything to him. I mean, he's got a lot of experience. I think, the first time we came in here, you mentioned that, I can't remember if we won or lost, actually. We did. Okay, did he have a good –
11 minutes.
He played 11 minutes? So, he was, earning his stripes. That's part of his progression, and that's what's good about this team. These guys have experience and have played a lot, and now they're sophomores or juniors in their third year, fourth year, second year.
What's he come to mean to the program and the overall?
A lot. He's a guy that we recruit that is he's a humble young man, and he's got obviously a big following, but he has a joy in him for the game, for life, and I remember recruiting him and just was thankful that he would. I don't know, I would say take a chance on us because we'd established some good stuff, but that he'd be willing to say, you know what, I want to play in the ACC. I want to play at Virginia for what it represents. And he had some great schools coming after him in this state, so that was a great recruiting get for us, and he's certainly delivered.
Okay. Josh. You mentioned Kihei earlier and his quickness and the things he can do. What was it like for you to see what he did, particularly in the second half, getting to the lane after what he's gone through with the recovery? Yeah,
that's a versatility or dimension that about his ability. That we haven't had a guy, way back Jontel Evans, but that's that quick, and that puts pressure in a different way. Ty, the way he is offensively, he's more of a, with pace and with size, and Mark Jackson, like sometimes, right, or different players. But Kihei's quickness to put pressure on the defense that way is helpful, and he's getting more and more comfortable. Now the cast is off, it's just tape. He knocked down a three, and we know he can guard the ball, so I was happy to see that.
Okay. Jeff.
Haven't asked about DeAndre yet, and he was very efficient.
Yes.
In your zone offense, when he's in the middle and you can put shooters around him, seems like he's a especially hard matchup.
Yep.
Jump shot he has.
And he had a plus 24, plus minus. So there we go.
Betting them that.
Yes, indeed. I look at him. No, he's really good in that high post. That, and whether it's man-to-man or zone, off the lane, turning face with his foot fakes and jabs, and then against that zone, that's a lot of pressure when Ty and Kyle and different guys are out there. And he's been good most of his career in the middle high post of that zone, and I thought he made some nice one-on-one plays also, and then a couple times drove. So very efficient game.